Hi folks, Dan Mullen here, and thanks for coming along for another ride on my fake helicopter. I was so stoked to make the YouTube video of the new beaches being formed in Southern California that I thought I'd look for another new beach being formed, and I heard the Great Salt Lake is the place. The lake is receding and beaches are forming. I'd also heard that there's a couple cool things to look for, and one we're flying over right now. It's an art piece that was installed in the 70s, and it's called the Spiral Jetty. We'll continue our flight and then we'll come back around at the end and fly back over the Spiral Jetty and talk about it a little. I was also told to look out for the pink water. There it is. It's certainly pink. If it happens to stink, then the Great Salt Lake may be the place where a very famous saying came from. So, why is the water pink? Well, in the 1950s, a 12-mile long railroad causeway was built connecting the east shoreline with the west shoreline. This causeway divided the lake into two separate arms, a north arm and a south arm. In this fake helicopter ride, we're flying over the north arm. Less circulation in the north side of the Great Salt Lake than the south side, less fresh water coming into it, and lots of evaporation. And because of that, it is higher in salinity by about 30%, and normal life does not survive in this high salinity, but certain halophilic microorganisms can and do. And these microorganisms contain pigments that are pink and purple, and they capture the light and convert it to energy, and this pigmentation gives the water its pinkish, reddish, brownish color. The color is usually most pronounced at the end of summer and the beginning of fall when the salinity levels are highest in the lake. The salinity levels usually go down in the late fall and winter when the rain and snow start. So I came out here with the fake helicopter because I wanted to see beaches being formed like I had just seen in Southern California from the Portuguese Bend landslide. And what we have here at the Great Salt Lake is it's evaporating, and anything that was underneath the lake as the lake level drops is new beach. Now, new beach is really cool. However, there is a problem here, and the problem is the Great Salt Lake is drying up. In 1987, the lake was so full that they were actually pumping water from the lake out to the West Desert in order to keep the lake from flooding Salt Lake City and other areas surrounding the lake. But since then, there has been less rain than normal, higher water and air temperatures, and the three main tributary rivers into the Great Salt Lake, the Bear, the Weber, and the Jordan, have been allocating more water for agriculture and to help with the water supply along the growing Wasatch Front. So we have less water coming into the lake, more water evaporating from the lake due to high temperatures, and less precipitation. And because of these, the surface of the lake has come down by about 25% since '87. A big concern is there's a lot of toxic minerals at the bottom of the Great Salt Lake from all the mining and industry back in the day when they used to just dump in toxins into the lake. Anyway, this all went down to the bottom, and now with that becoming exposed when it's windy, those toxins are blowing into the cities and surrounding areas. So what can be done to keep the lake from drying up? The most important thing is there needs to be more precipitation, and there needs to be more conservation of available water, allowing for more water to flow into the lake. So why is the Great Salt Lake salty? Great Salt Lake's in the basin and range area, which means there's no outflow of water. So the water comes in through the rivers or through runoff of precipitation, and it'll stay there until it evaporates. When it evaporates, salts and minerals are left over, and that's what gives it its salinity. The Great Salt Lake is very shallow, so its surface area fluctuates greatly depending on the amount of water inflow and the evaporation. Okay, we're flying back over the Spiral Jetty, which is quite a drive from Salt Lake. It's about 2.5 hours or so to get there by car, but it's a short flight from the Salt Lake International Airport in my fake helicopter. So the Spiral Jetty is a famous earthworks sculpture created by Robert Smithson in 1970. It is made out of over 6,000 tons of black basalt rocks, and you can see the basalt rocks in the hill right behind it. So they gathered those up and made a spiral coil. That's about 1,500 feet long, 15 feet wide. It's interesting because when the water level or the lake level is high, the Spiral Jetty will actually be underwater or nearly underwater. And as you can see now, the water level has gone way down, creating all kinds of new beaches all around the Great Salt Lake. So it's a long walk from the Spiral Jetty to the water, but it's worth it. And also due to the high salinity, there are no brine flies or brine shrimp in the North Arm. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed checking out the new beach, the Spiral Jetty, the pink water, and learning about the Great Salt Lake. If you like the video, like it, comment on it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Toodles.